Am I your man, baby? I'm trying to make love to you. Oh, help me understand, baby. I'm trying to be the one for you. Oh, help me understand, baby. Am I the one for you? Oh, that ass looking fat, baby. I'm trying to make love to you. Oh, don't you understand me, baby? I'm trying to make love to you. Oh, the throat tricks got me crazy, baby. I'm trying to be the one for you. No, the niggas don't understand me, baby. This podcast is just for you. That ass party drive me crazy, baby. Them niggas don't get enough for you. In them shakers, baby girl, you come back to me. You throw that ass back on me. Oh, you make that ass clap, don't you? You do them gripping tricks, don't you? Oh, shit. Let's start the podcast.
All right, fucker, let's get it. Yes, sir. What's poppin' with y'all, man? Welcome back to another motherfucking episode of The Thin Line Between Genius and Insanity podcast. I am the flies, highs, coolest, smoothest motherfucking host of them all. OGHatch, man. You know the fuck it is, man. What's up with the people? All my friends all around the world. What's up with y'all, man? Hopefully out there looking good, feeling good, staying motherfucking me safe, bro. There's a whole lot of shit going on in these motherfucking nutrition, man. I tell you shit each and every motherfucking week, man. I want to shout to everybody around the world, you know what I'm saying? It's tapped in, join this conversation, bro. I truly appreciate all love, support, man. Let's keep building this empire brick by motherfucking brick. Episode 84, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. All this shit that's going on in the world, it ain't too much shit that's bringing me bright moments in life. I ain't gonna lie to you. But this grind, this dedicated grind I'm on, this shit bring a smile on my face every time I even think about the shit. But we on a grind of motherfucking me 100 motherfucking me weeks straight. Episode 80 motherfucking me 4. I tell you each and every motherfucking week, bro. The grind won't stop for a motherfucking soul. I say that shit so hopefully y'all can implement that shit in y'all own life, bro. It don't have to just be tapping into my podcast each and every week, which I truly appreciate. Let's keep running them streams up. But I want y'all to implement that same philosophy in y'all own life, bro. It don't matter what the fuck it is, bro. Have a goal in mind, set that goal, and get that shit done, my nigga. The grind don't stop for no motherfucking body. The only person that can stop the grind is you. That's it. Unless a nigga take you off the motherfucking me playing field, you the only motherfucker that can take yourself out the motherfucking me grind. So why the fuck stop the shit? It's up to you how successful you're gonna be in life, bro. It truly motherfucking is. This whole lot of shit on the motherfucking me docket, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. We gotta get in and get the fuck out. I ain't gonna lie to you. We got a lot of shit we gotta talk about, bro. I want to talk about Michael Beasley taking us all behind the curtain. He had a vulnerable moment on the podcast that he was on. He had a very vulnerable moment and took us all behind the curtain. And I want to talk about the scary similarities that he has in his life between my life. We have a lot of things in common, and I can understand what he's going through because I went through those same things, and I still go through those same things on a day-to-day level. But we gotta talk about that shit. The golden era of content, from shows, movies, music, all that shit, bro. It's a good time for content creators right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. And also people that consume content. It's a great motherfucking time to be alive. Cisgender, what the fuck is that? For those of you who don't know, I'm gonna get y'all hip on what the fuck is really going on behind the scenes, bro. Torey Craig, old anti-gay tweets resurfaced. How long is too long? When do we say, all right, bro, let that shit be dead? Why bring this back up? We're going to get into it. And whenever you do something, when age is the reason why, isn't that just an excuse? I don't know. We're going to dive into that a little bit later in the podcast. But I do want to get into this. Also, we got the value of privacy. That's one of the main things I want to highlight on this episode, the value of privacy. I feel like we know entirely too much information about certain people that we don't even know personally because their privacy has been invaded. So we gotta talk about the value of privacy in 2022, bro. What the fuck? How much does it exist, or how much does it cost to have that? We gotta talk about it. Let's go ahead and get into it, man. I want to start the podcast off with something that's been on my mind these last couple weeks. And I've really been having a hard time, you know what I'm saying, coming in here and putting the right words together to make sure what I'm truly trying to say comes off the right way. And I guess it's as simple as just saying, bro, I'm tired of bullshit. I'm tired of my own bullshit. I think it's just it's as simple as that. Because the more I try to make sure I say the right things, the further what I'm really trying to say, the further that is. I get further and further away from that. And, I come on this podcast all the time and I talk about how, I deal with my mental health, some depression, anxiety, and mood swings and things like that. And for people that know me personally, they know that I'm pretty isolated. You know what I mean? I pretty much detach myself away from any outside noise. I know I'm up to date with everything, but I'm pretty much a ghost with the shit. You hear from me when I want you to hear from me. You know what I mean? You see me rarely type shit. It just is what it is. It's just how I live my life. And as I get older, I'm definitely starting to change that because I'm starting to understand why I started doing those things. And it all ties in back to my trauma, but it also ties into me being angry all the time. And growing up, a lot of times, bro, I was angry and I truly didn't know why I was angry. Like I would wake up hearing the birds chirping. Instead of being happy that the birds is chirping, it's a good day, taking it as a sign it's going to be a good day, I would be mad someone woke me up out my motherfucking sleep. But growing up and not knowing why I'm angry all the time led to me having, of course, attitudes and shit like that, which led to me having a different type of outlook on life, what led to me moving a different way throughout life. And people always know you hate to make decisions off emotions, but for the most part, I was always making emotional decisions because I was always angry. It sucks to admit the shit, but I was always making emotional decisions because I was angry. And I want to talk about the darkness and being angry, and I'm not going to dwell too much on it because it's going to tie into the Michael Beasley topic that I'm going to discuss a little bit later in the podcast. But the darkness and being angry, fam, I just have to admit to myself and acknowledge to myself and look in the mirror and say, nigga, I'm done with that shit. I'm done with being angry. I'm done with being mad at little shit. I'm done with holding grudges. I'm done with all of the bullshit, the negative bullshit. Because that shit don't do nothing but take up energy and time. Two things that I can honestly say, bro, I do not have enough to waste. I don't have enough energy to waste on bullshit. I don't have enough time to waste on bullshit. I just don't. The clock is ticking for us all, bro. I talk about on this podcast all the time. My clock is ticking. I can't keep harping on bullshit. I can't keep thinking about the bullshit a motherfucker did to me at a certain point in time. I'm sorry. Like, fuck it. I'm sorry. Get it out the way. I'm sorry and move the fuck on. I'm done throwing away relationships that had the possibility of being great because of some fuck shit. I'm done doing that shit. Because the dark, there's it's so dark being angry that it's fucking scary. As a nigga who's been angry for 90% of his fucking life, trust me, fam, it's lonely. It's darkness over there. It's isolation. Angry motherfuckers is isolated. Look at the movies, my nigga. The nigga that's alone in the cabin in the woods. That nigga be angry. That nigga be angry as fuck, isolated from the world. I don't want that for myself no more. I don't. Because I understand that living that life, I will never get to where I truly want to be in life. That's the only thing that's really holding me back from becoming the hatch I want to be. Is me battling with me being isolated. My isolation, me being angry. That's the reason why I don't live the life I want to live. Because I'm still trying to get over not being angry all the time. Like I literally just came to the conclusion the other day, like, no, nigga, I came up with a step-by-step plan for the rest of the motherfucking year to help change my life around from being angry. That's what I'm doing. And I'm gonna take y'all on that journey with me as well. But it's gonna start with me. You know, I'm cutting out smoking. You know what I'm saying? I went and bought my last ounce. I went and bought my last ounce, but I'm finna cut out smoking for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I cut out drinking already for a little minute. I'm back eating. I'm back eating healthy. I'm back on my gym shit. I'm back putting structure in my life. But I'm taking vices out of my life though. Like I'm taking certain vices out of my life and substituting them with more positive shit, more healthy shit. Like I'm finna start getting on my hike and shit. Start getting on my go buy me a bike and start taking bike trails and shit. I'm just gonna start doing other shit that just brings positivity and brings relaxation to my life. If that makes any sense, because I know what it feels like to be angry all the time. I know the mentality that has given me. I know the amount of success I've gained being angry. I can only imagine how successful I'll be happy. like it feels wild as fuck saying that, but I can only imagine how successful I will be when I'm happy. I can't tell motherfuckers how happy I've been. It's rare that I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like every day, I'm tired of all my days being blah ass days. Nah, fuck that. I deserve to be motherfucking happy, so I'm gonna be happy, motherfucker. I done worked too motherfucking me hard in life. I done did too much shit in life not to be happy. I'm tired of motherfuckers looking at me saying, "Yo, Hash, bro, you living large." No, my nigga, I'm not, because I'm isolated from the fucking world mentally. Mentally, I'm isolated from the fucking world, my nigga. I'm angry all the time, bro. There's darkness in being angry. I'm shaking that narrative, bro. I'm changing all that shit, bro. I'm changing all that shit. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, for anybody that's tapped and enjoying this conversation, I'm going to move on because I don't want to be, you know, take too long on this for me topic. But anybody that's tapped and enjoying this conversation, bro, if you even a little bit understand what I'm saying or feel like what I'm saying is speaking directly to you, just make the necessary change, man. Because we all know our own bullshit. Just make the necessary change. That's all I can ask a motherfucker to do. Make the necessary change to help better your own life. Fuck anybody else. Better your own life. Do it for you. Be selfish. fuck doing it for anybody else. Do it for you. See how great you can become if you just did shit a little bit different from the norm. That's all I motherfucking gotta say about that. Moving on, man. I want to get to Torey Craig. For those who don't know who Torey Craig is a forward out here for the Phoenix Suns, out here in Phoenix, Arizona, obviously. Not a star, not an all-star. I don't even think they got an endorsement deal, I'm going to be honest with you. But if you know basketball, then you know who the fuck Torey Craig is. You know, Torey Craig made news because some old tweets resurfaced, some old anti-gay tweets. And it was some wild shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. It wasn't just no homo type shit. It was some few no homos in there. But he was saying some wild shit. He like retweeting shit saying like gay people should be shot in the head type. He was saying some wild ass shit. And that's the real reason why I bring it up on his podcast, is because when he did he was saying sorry, he did the whole thing saying that he was young. And a lot of people just took that, was like, yeah, he was young, he sweep up under the carpet. But I gotta be honest with you. For certain things, bro, I don't let that he was young shit slide. Because when age is the reason, isn't that simply just an excuse? Because how old do you need to be not to know that people should be getting shot in the fucking in their head because they like the same sex? Like how old do you have to be to realize that that's the wrong thing to say? And I truly can only compare people to me, because I don't think I'm the brightest nigga in the world. I don't think I'm the most, you know what I'm saying, put together nigga. I come on this podcast each and every week telling y'all, I just got to talking about my trauma. This ain't some shit that I discovered about myself as I got older in life. I used to be a kid telling my mama this shit. There's always, my shit real. I got doctor visits when I was a kid. My shit's real. So this ain't no new shit. I've been going through this shit in this big ass head of mine. So when I can only compare people to me because I never said stupid, silly, immature, juvenile shit like that. And I'm not trying to go in on a nigga for, you know what I'm saying? Because it's old tweets, it's social media. You gotta take all that shit with a pound of salt, not even a grain of salt, a pound of fucking salt. Because people say shit on social media, it just, you know what I mean? I even said some wild shit, not no shit like that, but I didn't say some wild shit going back on my memories and was like, wow, I said some shit like that. But I never said no shit like people should be getting shot in the head because a dude like sucking dick, he should get shot in the head. I never cared about that shit. So at what point in time do we stop letting motherfuckers use I was young as an excuse? Because I don't even I let shit like that slide when a motherfucker, the dog got loose. You know what I'm saying? Or a motherfucker wasn't doing their chores, or a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, cheat on their first girlfriend, or you know, simple shit like that. But when you making threats, you know what I'm saying? When you saying people should die, like that says a lot more about your character, more than it says your age. I look more at the character of that person than I do how old they were at that time. Because I've always told my little brother, fam, the person you're going to be as an adult, that shit starts when you're a kid. You're building your foundation as a kid. I'm the same nigga I was. I got the same morals that I had when I was a kid, fam. Now, maybe I'm just one of those one out of 10 niggas who morals was always tenfold, who always stood on the strongest morals of them all. But I've always been this nigga. I've always had these beliefs in me. Maybe that's why maybe that's why I'm destined to be great. Maybe that's why I feel like that. Because I've always felt like this ain't shit new to me. I get tired of saying this shit because I've been saying shit to myself for 26 years now. So I just think it's wild that Torey Craig used that as an excuse. All these niggas get too much money, fam. These niggas get too much money. They have the best PR firms. They have all this shit. They have all the best resources available to them. When is we gonna stop letting these niggas get on camera and say, I was young and use it as an excuse? When? Because just because you caught a body at 16 don't mean when you 32, I'm gonna forget you caught a body when we was younger. Just because you raped somebody when you was 20 years old, when you 42, I'm like, oh, he ain't not a rapist no more. What are you talking about? You can't say, oh, I was just young. No, nigga. When certain acts and certain things and certain lines are crossed, the age is not a valid reasoning, fam. I'm sorry. You use age as an excuse when people talk back. I was young, so I was talking back in school. I was young, so I was super sensitive. I was young, so like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was doing some silly immature shit. I was playing in the mud. You know, stupid shit like that. When you cross the line of saying people should get killed, saying people should die, get shot in the head, violent acts should be done to certain people just because they like the same sex, bro, no, that says a lot more about you. I want to have a conversation with Torey Craig now because I'm pretty sure I can talk to Torey Craig and I can get the same vibes from a grown ass Torey Craig than I could from a young Torey Craig 10 years ago when he was in college. This nigga wasn't fucking fit 14. This is shit when he was back in college. He was a grown ass man in college. So it bothers me, fam. It truly bothers me because I feel like sometimes we do, not even sometimes, I feel like a lot of times we don't hold people to the right fucking bar. Like, you know how people say how the bar has been lowered? We don't hold people to the right bar, bro, because and we just held people to a higher bar of fucking self-respect and respect for others, a lot of this shit wouldn't even be happening. If the bar was higher than what the fuck than what it is right now, this wouldn't be a valid excuse for Torey Craig to say this shit and get away scot-free from it and be playing the next game. I'm not calling for niggas to be suspended, nothing like that, but you got to give me a more valid reason to why you said motherfuckers should be shot in the head because they like kissing the same, like fucking with the same sex. Then you was just young, my nigga. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Like we gotta stop that shit. Shit like that, we can't let that shit rock no more because that's not a valid excuse. That doesn't justify anything you said because you was young. I don't know. I don't rock with no niggas who said stupid shit like that. None of my niggas said shit like that growing up. None of my niggas said shit like that because niggas didn't think like that. So when it comes out that niggas was thinking like this, youth does not correlate with that. It just doesn't. Not for me. So we gotta stop using that as an excuse, bro. We truly motherfucking me do, man. Real fucking talk, man. Moving on, man. Let's get into the value of privacy. I was real big on bringing this onto the podcast because, we live in a time where everybody has content out about themselves. My podcast is about my life. Rappers, their music is about their life. We believe, you know what I'm saying? Probably loosely based on the truth, you know what I'm saying? But everybody's making content about their lives in one way or another. And we live in a day and age to where people know more about certain celebrities than they do their family members. People know Rihanna's birthday more than they know their cousin's birthday. People know how many kids Lil Wayne, Kanye, and Future and them got more than they know how many kids they fucking auntie got, they great aunt got, or they great grandma got. We live in a day and age to where celebrities' lives are more consumed by fans than anything else in the world. I was sitting back the other day, fam, and I've talked about Kanye West on this podcast a lot, Kim Kardashian on this podcast a lot. And news is coming out, so we all know about the whole Kanye West and Pete Davidson situation. And there was a text exchange that came out between Kanye West and Pete Davidson, allegedly. Pete Davidson sending selfies to Kanye, telling him he in bed next to Kim K. Kanye tell a nigga pull up to him on Sunday service so they can squabble it out. And I'm just sitting back. I'm looking at this shit, man. And I had to ask myself, what's the value of privacy? Because why do I know that Kanye West is having issues with his baby mother's boyfriend? Like, why do I know that? Why do I know that Kanye West can't see his kids? Like, why does OGHatch know that Kanye West can't see his kids? Why do I know that Pete Davidson is taking selfie pictures with his tongue out in Kim Kardashian's bed? How much does privacy cost? How much is that truly valued in 2022? Because I can tell you, I tell you all the time that I'm isolated. I just been talking about it earlier in the podcast. But I appreciate being alone. Like, I like being alone. I understand how fucked up it has made me, but I like being alone because I don't like dealing with other people's shit. And I like people not being in my business. I like being a mystery to some folks. I like having to explain shit to people because they don't already know it. I think that's why I'm interesting to the people that's in my life, because they don't know everything going on. They actually have to sit down and have a conversation with me to find out. In 2022, I know everything about Kanye West. I know everything about Kim Kardashian. I know everything about their love triangle. In 2022, you know everything about everybody. And there's no, it seems to me that we as a people we as a people, I don't know when this took place, but we as a people have took on the mindset that celebrities' lives are more interesting than anything. The art, anything. Damn what they do. Their life is more interesting, entertaining than anything. I don't know if that's the value of reality TV. I don't know. I don't know what it is, fam. Because it's not even about Kanye music no more. Didn't he just drop Down to 2? Like, didn't he just drop Down to 2? It's not about his music no more. It's about fucking Pete Davidson fucking this girl. I just seen a fucking trailer for fucking the Kardashians. They got like a new show coming out. And that was in the trailer. They talking about that shit in the trailer. Her fucking on Pete Davidson now. I'm stunned. Pete Davidson now. So it's like, at what point in time do people not want to keep certain things to themselves? At what point in time do people not want their entire life exposed to the people? Now, I guess in certain situations like the Kardashians, that's where they get their money from. They literally get their money from everybody knowing everything about their life. So I guess they're an outlier. But for everybody, for regular people, for everybody got their life plastered all over social media, my question is why? Because you don't like your privacy? Me personally, I don't like strangers knowing shit about me. If I don't know you personally, fam, I don't think you should know certain shit about me. You should truly only know my name. And if I don't know you and you walk up to me knowing my name already, fam, I'm weirded out. I'm weirded the fuck out. I'm weirded the fuck out. If I don't know you and you walk up to me, you already know who I am, I'm weirded out. So why wouldn't I be even more weirded out and uncomfortable if you know who my girlfriend is? If you know what my kids look like? If you know where I stay, you know what kind of car I drive. Why wouldn't I be more weird the fuck out if the world knew that? So it's like, what is the value of fucking privacy now? Because everybody knows everything. I don't see how people can get mad and say people isn't in your business when you got this shit on social media. How are you going crazy because the paparazzi and shit is following you? Nigga, when you telling me everything you going through. Niggas wouldn't have the ammo to say Kanye was crazy or Kanye's going through a mental breakdown if Kanye West didn't get on camera every other day talking about his kids being on TikTok. Like, why do I know Kanye West don't want his kids on TikTok? Like, but it's like it goes from celebrities down to normal folks. Nobody values their privacy anymore, fam. And it makes niggas like me who truly value their privacy feel fucking crazy as fuck. It makes me feel so far gone. Cause I'm like, why am I the only nigga who seems to care about these things? To protect what I find fucking very, very motherfucking me. I'm trying to protect the things that I find very near and dear to my motherfucking heart. But I feel crazy doing it because nobody else is doing it. Moving on, man. Let's go ahead and get into, man, I was full. I'm in the process of looking for a new job and shit. So I'm filling all these job applications, man, and make a long story short, you get to the part where it says gender, male or female, transgender, shit like that. I always just select male. Easy. I got a dick. I'm a male. I ain't switching shit. I'm a male. I came across this one application, fam. And this shit didn't say male or female nowhere on it. That shit said binary, non-binary, transgender, gender fluid, cisgender, and non-cisgender, or some shit like that. And I was sitting there stumped. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was like, well, what the fuck is cisgender? I talk about the LGBTQ plus community all the time on this podcast. I don't know about it's a C in that motherfucker? I didn't know it's a C in there. I didn't know what the fuck cisgender was. So I had to look it up, did some research. Cisgender describes a person whose gender, identity, and sex assigned at birth are the same. So I'm taking that as that's like the male and female. Like, I'm taking that's what male and female is. Not, transgender male, transgender female, but I'm assuming cisgender is just you are what the fuck you was born as. If I'm wrong, hey, I can only understand what the fuck I just read. So I'm sitting back, bro. I'm just sitting back thinking, man. You got everybody on the internet going crazy about the whole Proud Family shit. I heard there's a lot of gay shit on the Proud Family that people was upset about. They bringing the gay shit to the cartoons. That's been a topic of conversation for like at least 5-10 years now. But it really stumped me with this whole cisgender shit because I honestly felt like motherfuckers was forcing me to choose something that I wasn't. Honestly. And it could just be my ignorance and not knowing what cisgender was. But I gotta be honest with you. I never heard of that shit before. Not in elementary school, middle school, high school, or college. I never heard of cisgender. So I felt like when I was doing this job application that motherfuckers was forcing me to become something that I wasn't. Because no, nigga, I'm a male. I got a dick. I like pussy. I fuck women. I'm attracted to women. I'm a male. I'm not cisgender. That shit sounds soft to me, bro. Like, I gotta be honest with you. That sounds soft to me. Cisgender? Cisgender? I'm a cisgender? No, come on, my nigga. Like, what are we doing now? What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, what is this shit? What is this shit? Like, I literally was filling out this job application. I didn't want to apply to the job no more. Because now I feel uncomfortable as just a regular nigga. I feel outnumbered now. Because I'm being forced to say I'm cisgender? What happened to just being a male? Like, I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to, belittle anyone's plight or anything like that. But it's like, fam, this is what niggas be talking about when they say, bro, stop forcing this shit onto me. Stop forcing me to have certain conversations. Stop forcing me to have certain beliefs and have certain thoughts about myself that nigga I was never doing. So that's when it goes back to the whole Proud Family shit. Niggas is mad. They're like, yo, fam, it ain't even no space for this shit. Like, y'all forcing this shit onto the show. They wasn't gay at first. Or them characters wasn't even big on the show. Now they gay. Me personally, I don't really give a fuck. But I understand it. I understand why it's gay characters on cartoons. Who don't get that? My nigga, they just trying to normalize it. Is they doing the extras? It depends on who you're talking to. It depends on who you're talking to. I'm not gay. So I'm pretty sure when gay people see gay cartoons, like gay characters on cartoons, they probably feel empowered or some shit. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I always thought it was probably the same like when I see black characters on TV shows, I was like, okay, that's cool. If it was just an all-white show, I'm not watching. I didn't watch Friends. The fuck I look like watching Friends, nigga? Put Living Single on. What the fuck? Put the black people on TV. That's just what I was. So I guess when you mix the cast and you blend them in, you just making people feel empowered and shit like that. Excuse me. But it's like, when you're forcing somebody to have a certain conversation and forcing certain thoughts upon people, that's when you're crossing the line, in my humble opinion, because I don't see the necessary. I don't see I don't see where it was necessary to have that shit on the job application. Now, if you're gonna have it on there, my niggas, put male and female on there too, because there are just females out here There are just males out here. And like I said, reading the definition, it's saying the person whose gender and sex assigned at birth are the same, then that's what they are. That's basically saying the same thing. But to me, when you start giving shit different names and all that, it's just like, come on, my nigga. Like, what we doing here, bro? Because you making me feel like, you know what I'm saying? I got to identify something totally different now. I'm not a male, I'm cisgender. So there's no difference between male and females no more. It's just cisgender. Like, come on, man. What are we doing as the human race in 2022? Like, niggas don't think they're just doing the extras. Like, y'all think y'all doing the absolute extras right now? Come on, man. Stop the motherfucking bullshit, man. Let's get world peace going while motherfuckers trying some cisgender bullshit going on. Fuck type of shit is that, man? Niggas be focused on the wrong motherfucking me things, bro. Real talk. You know, I want to talk about this before we wrap the podcast up. We got the golden era of content. You know, over the past weekend, I want to go see the Batman movie. You know, I want to see the Batman movie. I'm gonna say this off top. That's probably the best Batman movie that's ever been made. We all know the whole, you know, the Dark Knight with Heath Ledger and shit like that. Phenomenal movie. That movie right there changed movies, period, from that point in time on forward. But this new Batman movie is 3 hours long, but I think that's probably the best Batman movie ever made. The storyline, the way they attacked it is totally different from any other Batman movie I've ever seen. And the Riddler was off the chain in that motherfucker. They got him right, because I never was a huge Riddler fan, but they got him right. But the Batman movie came out, you know, there's a lot of shows out right now. You got The Righteous Gemstones, you got Jocelyn's Cabaret, which is fucking phenomenal. Both of those shows, actually. You got Ozarks, you got motherfucking Snowfall just came back on. Ozarks come back with the second part of the final season on April 29th, I believe. It's a lot of motherfucking great content out right now. Like, from the music, Benny the Butcher just dropped a phenomenal motherfucking album, Tana Talk 4. You got Lil Durk just dropping shit. They got everybody talking about that shit. You got motherfucking me, like I said, Keith drops some shit. Wiz drops some shit. Wiz in his bag right now. But it's a great moment in time for content. And the reason why I truly brought it is because I think it was like this time last year that niggas we was getting some bullshit. It wasn't really no good shows coming out. All those movies that came on that HBO Max, you know what I'm saying, promotion deal, that shit was kind of whack. It wasn't really no good movies that came out on that HBO promotion. But when you fast forward to now, we're in a great fucking time full of content. I can't really knock any content that's came out in the last couple months, bro. Now, of course, there's always some bullshit sprinkled in, but for the most part, every major release has been a success. It's been a fucking good movie. From big time movies to small time movies to big time artists making music to small time artists making music. It's been some great fucking projects being dropped all throughout 2021 so far. I mean 2022 so far. And especially the fourth quarter of 2021 as well. So we definitely in a golden era of motherfucking me content. One of the main shows that got my attention right now is Jocelyn's Cabaret. I brought it up on past episodes about that show and about what the fuck is going on. I think it's funny, fam, because news came out, right before I pressed record. I always been circulating all day about they shot the reunion today. There's a big ass brawl, and they saying like Jocelyn. They sent one of the girls to the hospital. Jocelyn kicked the fuck out of her in her rear. They saying ballistic. They jumped on one of the chicks up there. They saying ballistic was going crazy, and it made me think because they on season 3 of Jocelyn's Cabaret, right? And I would be lying to you if I said I didn't see some shit like this coming, because season 1 of that show, Jocelyn was trying to be on some different shit. She was trying to be on some more mature shit, right? To a certain extent. Let me just say, as mature as Jocelyn can go. But then you see season 2, it got a little bit more raunchy. But even still, she was trying to be on some cool shit. But when you came to the reunion of season 2, she was on demon time. So when you fast forward that and you get to season 3, out the gate, she was on bullshit. She was back on that Love and Hip Hop Jocelyn type shit. And it was great for TV. Like, Jocelyn's Cabaret is probably the best show out right now. From the music to the fucking show itself, it's probably the best show out. But when you get through all the bullshit and you get through all the fighting on camera, the stripping, and you know what I'm saying, drinking, Henny the fuck up. When you get through all that shit, it's never a surprise when shit goes too far. Allegedly. So we haven't seen the footage. This could all be hype for the fucking me, you know what I'm saying, to keep the ratings going. We don't know what the fuck it is yet. But I think it's crazy for anyone not to understand that we've enabled this. We've enabled this. This has been the highest show on Twitter. It's been trending on Twitter for the last 7 to 8 weeks. It's been trending. We've enabled this. This show has become as big as it's become because we love this shit. We love this shit. And this is not a plug, but it's a free plug. Fuck it. Zeus Network is probably the best shit out. That no commercial, no production, none of that shit. That raw shit, that's the best shit out, bro. I can't complain about Zeus at all. They just need more shit. They need more shit pronto. They just need to just give niggas shows. Just give niggas shows, let niggas fight. I'm waiting on the whole bad boy shit. The nigga Andrew that I went to school with. The I ain't gay no more nigga. I went to school with that nigga. He on there. Like, I am waiting for this shit. And they throwing hands on that motherfucker. I'm always down to see niggas fight. I don't give a fuck if niggas is gay. I don't give a fuck if niggas is straight. If niggas is throwing balls, I'm tuning the fuck in. And that's all Zeus is right now, is a fucking fight fest. But it's just, it's phenomenal with the amount of content that's really going on, fam. As a content creator now, I understand just how hard this shit truly is. Because as somebody who's not even chasing moments and chasing, you know, trying to keep up with the Joneses type shit, it's hard as fuck to stay somewhat relevant or consistent. I don't know if that's the right word I should use, but it's hard as fuck to make content that's timeless, that ages well, that, you know what I'm saying, that can age gracefully. It's hard as fuck to do that. So when I see when people putting out great content and you see everybody putting out great content, you can't do nothing but tip your cap to that shit. From the YouTubers, from them, like I said, from the artists, from the actors, from these shows, these movies, bro. It's a lot of dope shit out right now, fam. I'm backed up on shows, bro. I got the Ozark. I still ain't watched Snowfall yet. I just caught up with the whole Jocelyn shit. Like, it's so much shit. These movies coming out, bro. It's so much shit going on right now that this is a golden era for content. And I think that, you know, over the last couple of years, we all spent so much time complaining about, you know, not getting top tier quality content, that we should truly appreciate what the fuck is going on right now and tap into all this shit, bro. Because I still ain't even watched Euphoria yet. I've been hearing about Euphoria since it first came out, and I still ain't watched an episode of that shit, bro. So it's just so much shit going on right, and so much shit is out right now that it's easy for shit to get lost. But it's so much great content, brother. We got to make sure we tap in with at least as much of the other shit we can, because we truly missing the fuck out right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. But moving on, man. I do want to talk about something that I mentioned earlier on in the podcast before we wrap this episode up, man. Episode 84 of the Thin Line Between Genius and Insanity podcast, hosted by yours truly, OG Hatch, man. You know, I came across this video of Michael Beasley, former NBA player. What was he drafted? Number 2 overall. He was a top 5 lottery pick by the Miami Heat. And if you know ball, you know Michael Beasley. You know Beasley. A lot of he had a lot of potential. But his career just never really panned out how niggas was thinking it was gonna pan out. But he had this video that come out on the Pivot, I believe it is, with Ryan Clark and a few of those dudes who came from the I Am Athlete podcast. They ventured off with Ryan Clark and got their own shit going. I truly only listen to the Athlete podcast. I don't really watch nobody else's podcast no more, but Athlete, podcasts and shit like that. I think that shit is really dope when them niggas be getting on camera and doing that shit, giving up how they give it up. But this video that's surfacing right now of Michael Beasley that's going viral, and then people are saying it's a cry for help. It's about him talking about, people that stole from him, everybody in his family, his mom, brothers, agents, people stealing from him. And it really came to him basically talking about he giving up on giving people time of day. He isolated. The man was saying how isolated he was, how all he does is play basketball, talk to his kids, and that's it. That's his every day. Play basketball, talk to his kids as much as he can, and stay in the house. And a lot of people probably would have seen that and just, took the whole, oh man, he going through it. It's a nigga who broke now, some stupid shit like that, some ignorant shit like that. But when I was just watching that clip, it was only like a little 6-minute clip that I watched of it. Watching that clip, I understood everything Michael Beasley was saying because it ties into what I was saying earlier on this podcast, bro. Michael Beasley was detailing the isolated lifestyle. And when you start to live an isolated lifestyle, you start to think about checking out early. You start to think about, if I die, I die. It really don't matter. You start to have a negative outlook, I should say, on life. And I come here and talk about, I always thought at the age of 30, that's when I'm going to check out, bro, because that was my lifestyle. Because I've been isolated from life, from others for so long that my mentality has been changed. And I'm only speaking a language that only certain motherfuckers can understand. And Michael Beasley is one of them certain motherfuckers who understands exactly what I'm saying, because he was saying the exact same thing that I've been saying on this podcast from day one. People can look at these things as a cry for help because that's what they truly are. When people are telling you that, my nigga, I'm not doing nothing, like I'm fucked up. Michael Beasley's having a vulnerable moment letting the world know, I'm fucked up. And as a fucked up person, it angers us when we see other people that's fucked up not admitting that they're fucked up. That's why I come on here and I talk about the whole transgender shit. That's why I try to bring in the whole mental health conversation with transgenders, because I'm trying to understand, if I know I'm fucked up, how are y'all not fucked up? And there's nothing wrong with being fucked up, but I'm trying to bring a common ground between both parties so we can understand each other a lot better, so we can bridge these motherfucking gaps. Everybody's dealing with something. Everybody's dealing with mental health. I don't give a fuck who the fuck you are. Just because I'm open to admitting shit don't mean you ain't going through the same shit I'm going through. And I feel like that's what the same thing with the transgender community. They go through the same mental health shit we go through on a day-to-day basis, if not worse. But if we can all connect on that one commonality, then everything will be cool. Motherfuckers will start bridging a lot more motherfucking gaps. But as a motherfucker who can admit that I'm fucked up, it drives me crazy seeing motherfuckers faking the funk. And that's what Michael Beasley was talking about in this clip. Everybody's walking around fucked up, bro. But niggas is faking it. And it's sad to see. It's sad to see everybody faking it. I ain't saying everybody's, some deep down on one knee head and the motherfucker me dirt. Nah. But everybody's going through some shit. Nigga, it's war going on. Everybody's going through some shit. I don't give a fuck. It's as simple as that. Nigga, it's a war going on. Nigga, it's COVID still. Nigga, rent going up $300. Shit is going down everywhere. So I felt that nigga, bro. The similarities between the lifestyle that I'm living, or that I was living, and that Michael Beasley is living is fucking scary. Because you truly never understand the issues until you see other people going through it. It's like, when you're going through some shit, you live with the shit every day so you can get by. You find excuses for yourself. You find ways to enable it. But when you actually see another person going through it and you see how it's breaking them down, that shit hit different, fam. It hit different. It totally hits different. I think it was crazy and wild as fuck that I came across this video during the same time period of me having these same thoughts about myself. Me saying I'm done with being angry. I'm tired of being angry. Because when I seen Michael Beasley, that's an angry motherfucker. He's mad. It's not no type shit, but he's angry at all the pain he's received over the years. He's angry from instilling trust into people that he thought he can depend on and trust, and loved ones, his family members. He thought he can depend on them. He's angry. He instilled trust in those people, and they failed him. He's angry at that. That's something to hear. That's something that I deal with. Everybody deals with that. Everybody deals with that. Everybody does. But it hits people different when you're a guarded motherfucker and you choose to let people in. When that person drops the ball and fails you, that shit takes a toll on that person. And when these people are your mom, your agent, your brothers, your cousin, when these are the people that's fucking you over, bro, you cut everything off. You cut everybody the fuck out. And you become isolated. And you start to live the mindset. You start to develop the mindset that I have. You start to develop the mindset that Michael Beasley has. Like, I encourage everybody, bro, please go listen to that clip. I see it on World Star, but it's the Pivot Podcast with Michael Beasley, bro. Not a plug, but it's a plug on the low. I ain't gonna fake it. Please listen to that clip because you see it. You see the pain. You hear the pain in his voice, but you see it. And I think that I want everybody to see that pain. Identify that pain. That's what you don't want. That's why I make this podcast, so the people that's tapped in don't have to go through the things that I went through to learn from it. All you gotta do is press play. Please, my nigga, just press play. Because it's not a place you want to be in. Being angry and being lonely is dark as fuck. It's dark as fuck. Like, there's no other way to sugarcoat it, to say it. No, it's dark as fuck. It's dark as fuck. And nobody should live that life, man. I'm trying my damnedest to get out that mindset. I wish nothing but the best for Michael Beasley, because Michael Beasley's always been a person who's been deemed as slow, you know what I'm saying, stupid or something like that. But niggas don't be stupid. Niggas just be niggas' mind be on other shit. Niggas just come to play basketball, bro. He probably got the mindset, bro. I got all this real shit going on in my life, bro. When I'm here, just give me the ball and get the fuck out of my way, bro. Let's just hoop. I want to hoop. And for him to be sitting there talking about, he's tried multiple times over the years, asking for help, reaching out for help, and motherfuckers turning him down. Or not turning him, but just not answering the bell for him. It's tough. It's tough to see. It's tough to fucking see, bro. It truly is, bro. Knowing that he's good friends with Kevin Durant. Not saying that should be Kevin Durant's burden or anything like that. But when you know that that's the case, and you think about the Delonte Wests of the world, man, it's just the Meta World Pieces of the world, the Ron Artest, that shit hit different, bro. Like, niggas go through shit, man. I tell y'all every time, man, everybody got a story, bro. Never think your life is worse than the next person, bro, because if they not going through the same exact shit, it's probably a little bit worse. You know what I'm saying? It's probably a little bit worse for him in all actuality. So Hopefully Michael Beasley can get right, man. So everybody's tapped in, join the conversation, man. Please find that clip, identify that, and please to just identify. I just want us to identify that pain. Once you identify that pain, you'll stay far away from that motherfucking pain. Real motherfucking talk. Real talk, man. Before I wrap this on up, man, I want to say this. You know, we gotta stop making excuses, man, for not doing the things that we truly want to do. You know what I mean? Like, we really gotta stop doing it. I do it myself. Like, I can find an excuse, but you give me a little bit of time, I can find an excuse for some shit. But I truly think, man, for motherfuckers to live the life they truly want to live, you just gotta do it, man. You gotta start somewhere. You know what I mean? This podcast should be 3 years older than what it is. You know what I mean? It should be 3 years older than what the fuck it truly is. The same equipment I had when I started this podcast, I had it 3 years before I ever pressed record. But I was talking myself out of it. So we gotta stop making excuses, bro. For me, it's podcasting. For me, it's stepping out of my comfort zone. And for you, it may be something else. But we have to stop finding excuses to stop doing the things that we truly motherfucking want to do, man. Real talk. That's all I got for you guys this motherfucking week, bro. I want to say shout out to everybody around the world that's tapped in and joined the conversation, bro. Episode 80 motherfucking 4 of the Thin Line Between Genius and Insanity podcast, hosted by your motherfucking boy, OG motherfucking Hatch, bro. I want to say shout out to everybody around the world that's tapped in and joined the conversation, man. It's tapped in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Audio, Mac. Watch on the OGHatchTV YouTube channel. Ring that bell, drop a comment, drop a like, all that good shit, man. Shout out to all y'all, bro. Keep building this empire brick by motherfucking me brick. And you know how the fuck I give it up on this side, man. It's all love these ways. Never let them sidetrack you with the bullshit. Always keep the main thing the main thing. Stay safe, stay sharp, stay sane. And I'll y'all next week, man. We out this motherfucker. Peace. Man, I can't believe Aunt Viv finna throw that pussy to fucking Michael Beasley, bro. I ain't gonna fake it, man. As a nigga with hazel eyes, and eyes was always like my things that what the ladies loved about me. I never did like Michael Beasley, man. As a nigga, he was still in my whole flow, still in my whole swag, man. He about to fuck the shot at Aunt Viv because he said her art was riveting. That's all it took was for this pretty eye motherfucker say your art was riveting, Aunt Viv. Can't get bitches shit. He didn't get Aunt Viv a mansion in Bel Air, and she still ain't happy. What the fuck can I do? I got an apartment.